In this morning with a new embarrassment that's been dogging the General Services Administration. Have you seen the tape?
Every time you see me rolling on 20s, yeah, in my COB, spend VA61 all on fun. ATF can't touch GS15 gun, cause I buy everything no field robbers can't afford. Every GS5 will get a top hat award. Hey, donate my vacation, love to the nation. I'll never be under OIG investigation.
It is a video made by employees of the General Services Administration, the agency that's supposed to safeguard the way tax money is spent. Just days after we found out the GSA spent more than $800,000 in Vegas for team building, this tape goes public. It was shown at that conference, and yes, it makes fun of wasting your tax dollars. The irony of the story just explodes when you realize President Obama signed an executive order just a few months ago ordering the government to cut waste.
One of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending. At a time when families have had to cut back, have had to make some tough decisions about getting rid of things that they don't need in order to make the investments that they do.
Congressman Jeff Denham is a Republican from California. He is going to chair a hearing on the GSA later this month. Welcome, Congressman.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I just want to get your initial reaction when you saw this videotape.
I was outraged. You know, I'm back in my district. We've got double the national unemployment level, and people are very, very frustrated. And to see this kind of waste, not just the waste, but they're actually bragging about the waste and saying there's never going to be an investigation on this. We've done an investigation, and it goes much deeper than what we're already seeing.
What do you mean by that? How much deeper?
Well, the director who was turned down for a bonus, we've just found out, actually received a $9,000 bonus after this conference. The way that they've spent money, not only on this Vegas luxurious trip, but all of the gifts that they've given to employees after the fact. And the real question is, this is one region out of 11 in GSA. How many more regions have done this, as well as how many other agencies have done this? I mean, we've certainly seen this type of spending elsewhere. And, you know, a big part of my frustration is this is 2 years later. This happened in 2010. These people should have been fired 2 years ago. The administration has known about this. It went all the way up to the top. And, you know, we're going to hold a hearing on this and find out not only everything, every detail that was in the investigation, but we actually want to subpoena those that have been involved in this lavish spending and see how far this culture goes within other agencies.
Well, you know, I know the GSA administrator, she's resigned. Some of her top deputies have been fired. What more can you do to recoup the money that was spent in Las Vegas? That's like more than $800,000 of taxpayers.
Over $800,000, and as well the gifts that they gave to employees, another $250,000. We want to see how much deeper this goes, how much more wasteful spending there was out there, and make sure that this doesn't happen again. Create the type of transparency that doesn't allow agencies to do this.
You know, I was just thinking that is there anything more the government can do to those employees who misuse this taxpayer money? I guess I should say allegedly misuse this taxpayer money, other than simply being fired?
Well, first of all, it's frustrating that it took 2 years to fire them. I mean, this is something that it was known at many different levels that this happened. It should have, the firing should have happened a while ago. And, you know, I'm hopeful that the investigation doesn't turn out that over the last 2 years there's been several other of these types of trips and wasteful spending. But ultimately, we've got to change the culture of Washington so that this doesn't happen again in the future. It's one thing to talk about it, but we've got to make sure we've got the systems in place so that this never happens again. I mean, people are frustrated that they're out of work right now and that they're hitting potholes on their roads, and then to find out this type of spending irresponsibly is happening, it's got to stop.
Congressman Denham, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We have some new